Daniel Bryan said years ago, there's no reason for anybody in NXT with a lot of experience before that to still be there years later. I think he was talking about Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano at the time. So there's a lot of new people, a lot of new faces in NXT 2.0. I haven't missed a single episode of NXT 2.0, to be honest, because the storylines are really intriguing on the show. Whether they be stupid or not, they're always interesting to look at. And I was going to chuckle on them. There's not bad stuff. But for some reason, the stuff on Raw is just god awful bad, like with quiz game shows, spelling bees, scooter races, nonsensical weigh-ins for some fucking reason. But the stuff on NXT actually makes sense. It's allegedly by the same two people, but HBK is there, thankfully, still left over there to make some sense out of things, because I know he knows how to like make good sense out of things, which is awesome. If HBK wasn't there, Regal's not there, both those guys not there, NXT 2.0 would definitely not be the same thing at all. So HBK is holding it down for sure. So there's a lot of talent here on the roster. And I can tell by patterns here, I've been doing this for fucking decades now. I can tell who should be on the main roster right now. And what would they be doing on the main roster? Like, God forbid they change their gimmick or whatever. Who's ready for the main roster and who still needs to be here? It's likely going to be a long list, but judging by the length of the video, which I don't even know yet. So some of these names I don't know, but most of them I do know. And I'm going to be skipping some that I don't know because I don't want to waste a lot of time. So here we go. And I'll tell you why they should be here. Here we go. So Braun Breaker, I'm going to skip these guys. They don't fucking matter really. They're too green. Moving on. This guy is relatively green, but he doesn't make a lot of mistakes in the ring. The main thing with WWE, with Braun Breaker, is that... no picture, is that he has the right look for the company. And that's important to them. He has great mic skills as well, good intensity in the ring. He has a spear. When they give him a spear, you know he's big time. Charlotte has a spear, Roman has a spear, Edge has a spear. You know what I'm saying? If you got a spear, you're made. That's pretty much it. He's been on NXT for since it began about 3-4 months ago. And he's been highlighted ever since. And people have been praising him since then. He hasn't really dropped the ball. But his main issue is that his in-ring work isn't spectacular. His intensity is good, like Roman Reigns is. He's about as good as Roman Reigns pretty much is right now. His moveset isn't really super impressive. He's just good for what he is. He's a good big man. He tosses people around really well. And he has intensity. That's pretty much what he can do. He's not like Keith Lee that can do like really acrobatic stuff there for a big man. He's just good for what he does. But for the main roster, that's all you need. Just to be good and talk people into seats. So if I was WWE, he would definitely be on the main roster by SummerSlam. By SummerSlam, Braun Breaker needs to be in the main roster. He's that good. I know he's new, and he's definitely past that 6-month period. He's good. He should be on the main roster doing stuff. So definitely take him out of there. The Creed brothers. The first match I saw with these guys, they're good. They're golden. Every match I've seen them in, before NXT 2.0, I was like, who the fuck are these guys? And I was like, yeah, and they still have it. They've had great matches since then. These guys are literally the diamond in the rough. I would 100% fast track these guys to the main roster. Not only are these guys, big, but they have creative spots in the ring. I don't think they can talk very well, but give them a manager and they're good. They're decent. They don't suck, but they need to, maybe they need to work on that one. But when it comes to like getting eyeballs on your show, the Creed brothers are it. I'm not the only one that thinks that. Get these guys on the main roster by SummerSlam. There's no reason they need to be down there. They have what you're looking for. Kevin Grimes has been down there for years. And he has it, but I don't think he has the look that McMahon likes. Creed brothers and Braun do, but not him. I think he would do better fitting on SmackDown. Well, these guys SmackDown definitely because Fox money. Um, but he has a certain look there. But NXT's the perfect place for him. But I don't think Vince likes him very much when it comes to the look. But his in-ring work is fantastic. His selling, his intensity, it's all there. But he doesn't the right look, which is the main thing with Vince McMahon. So I think he's going to be there for a long time. If he ever gets called up there, he's going to get cut real quick, unfortunately. But I like the guy. Pregnant. Okay. Carmelo Hayes has been in NXT before 2.0. I would say he is a blue chipper. That pretty much means he has everything. He has the looks, he has skills in every category. I would put him on the main roster sooner than later. But if NXT needs him, he can stay there for a little bit there. He's not the top champion, he's not the NXT heavyweight champion or whatever, but he's really good for what he's definitely good. He never drops the ball. I would fast track him to the main roster because he's that good. He really is that good. Cora Jade. If I have to think about it, it's probably not a good thing. Just her in-ring work is not that good. Her mic work isn't that good. She's pretty, and that's all she got on her. Moving on. Dakota Kai. I gotta think too much. She's pretty, but nothing special about it. I gotta move on. Dexter Lumis. Good intensity, but I don't think his gimmick is the right look for the main roster, which is probably why he's still there. It could be unique and it could work. I would say move him to Raw, to stalk some people over there. So I would move him up to the main roster. He's really good. In-ring work and everything, he's good. Still too new, still too green, making out with girls in the back there. So not yet. He hasn't shown me anything yet. She's stupid good. She's everything. She has the right intent, the look in her eyes, the presence in the ring, the managerial skills, whatever. She has it. I like her a lot. Nikita Lyons has it as well already. A lot of presence with her. I like her a lot there. I would move her up to the main roster. I don't think she needs to be down in NXT anymore unless you want to keep the Del Fantasma thing going. But she's really good. She's definitely a star. She's too green. I see her on NXT Level Up too, stuff like that. She's too green. I haven't seen anything from her. Too green. Gigi Dolan, she's a star on the internet because of her booty, like Tay Conti. I think she would be good for what she is. She's definitely best as a tag team. I definitely heard her speak, and she's not very good. But good intensity in the ring. Moveset is pretty good as well. I would keep her as a tag team, and if they want to, they can move those three on the main roster, and they'll probably do very good. Yeah, I would say move them up to the main roster if you want to, because like if you want to, keep doing the NXT 2.0 thing, you can. But I think they're as good as they're gonna get. Grayson Waller has the feuds with AJ Styles. He has a bodyguard now. He's fine in the ring. Micro skills are actually pretty good, above average. I would. He's still too new in the business. I'd keep him down to NXT a little bit longer. Sharpen up in a few things, but overall he's not that bad. His character's an asshole, but I can see past that. But he's not that bad. I would say move him up there probably like in a year or so. Before the end of the year, I would say move him up. He's not that bad. Gunther has been very good for a long time. Of course, he's known as Walter. I move him up right after WrestleMania. Right after WrestleMania, move his ass up, probably for more bodies for Roman to beat. So Gunther, yeah, he can move up. We all know why. He's too fucking good. Too green. Vince won't like him. Indy Hartwell's been down there for years now. Not nearly as long as Candice LeRae. Definitely not as long. But I think she's going to be there for a while, unfortunately. Good character, but I don't think she has it what Vince likes. Io Shirai, I would have moved her up there years ago. She's still good. She's too good to be down there. I don't know why she's still there. Ivy Nile, definitely new about NXT 2.0, was pretty much when she made her debut. She's not in any real angles. She's fine-ish on the mic whenever she does speak. But she has presence in the ring. The crowd loves her. I'd say move her up there sooner than later because she has a unique look that is definitely better than most of them on the main roster women's division, especially. I'd say move her up there faster sooner than later. The Grizzled Young Veterans, they're okay, but I don't think they get any kind of heat. I don't think any kind of presence. So I would say nah. Same thing with this guy. Still too new. Doesn't really get a lot of reactions in any way. They're too much in the back doing anything. They remind me of Otis and Tucker. Not a good thing. Katie's been there for years. I don't know why they don't bring her up already. I don't know what the hell they're waiting with her. She's as good as she's going to get. What are they waiting for? Kaylee Ray's been in NXT UK for years. And she's as good as she's going to get. She's really good. She's really intense. I like her. I would say move her up there by SummerSlam. She's really good too. Katie and Carter with her. Been there for years. Tag team partners. I'd say move them both up to the main roster. Maybe a betrayal here and there, but they're both good for what they are. They get good crowd reactions, so I'd say move them up sooner than later. I don't know why they're still there on NXT. Make way to somebody else. Oh yeah, Quinn Mckay. She's an announcer now. She's the same thing essentially. Too new. I'm not going to say anything what she's doing there. Maybe has an angle or something like that. Kushita's been doing everything for about a decade now in NJPW and in NXT, and he's been doing what he could in NXT for a while now. So I'd say move him up sooner than later. I don't know what he's going to do on the main roster, but he can do well. Hopefully they don't have him chasing the 24/7 title. LA Knight, obviously very, very good. Comparisons to The Miz, comparisons to The Rock, comparisons to Absolute Ricky Starks, really good on the microphone, decent in the ring. I'd say move him up sooner than later. He's not getting any younger. I know he's of the older age there. I'd say move him up sooner than later. He could be a big star by the end of the year if you use him right. So LA Knight should be out of NXT sooner than later. Still too green. He's good as a manager. Still too green. Mandy Rose, move a group up. Move a group up to the main roster. They're as good as they're gonna get. Imperium, they're fine for what they are. I say still keep them there in NXT. I don't think it's good for them to go up to the main roster now if you know what's happening in other countries. Nikita Lyons, she had one match on NXT. She had a couple matches on NXT Level Up or when it was 205 Live. I'd say move her up to the main roster before SummerSlam and team her up with Natalya. I haven't seen much of him. I don't know why. She's making up with guys in the back. Pete Dunne should have been moved up by now. I don't know what's going on over there. Raquel, she should have been moved up by now. I don't know why she's still there in NXT. Robert Roode, okay, we have Robert Stone. He's good for what? Keep him there. Keep him there. Probably for life. Roderick Strong, keep him there. He's not going to do anything on the main roster. Sangha, big man. I don't know about this guy. He should have been moved up already. I don't know why he's still in NXT. Maybe because Vince doesn't know what to do with him. Saray, I like her new gimmick. We'll see what happens with the new gimmick from there, but it's just a gimmick. Move him up to the main roster and be with Roman and the others. When Roman wins championships, put him with the group. Extra protection. Tiffany Stratton, too new for me to say anything about her. He could flow back and forth, that's fine. Tony D'Angelo gets a lot of crowd support, but I don't know who you do on the main roster. So I'd say keep him there for another year. Trick Williams, he's fine, but keep him there in NXT. Keep him down there while your boy goes up. Keep two greens, keep him there. Not very good in the ring. He's fine for what it is, but just keep him there in NXT for another year. Wendy Chu, keep her there for another year. Her gimmick's too new. Still too news on Quinn. Still too new. She has experience, but she doesn't really have a lot of crowd reactions. She gets injured too much, so just keep her there. That's it for now. Clack off.